Right, we've created a business that has turned out to be much bigger than we expected. And it's ready to go, and I'm ready to retire. So we're looking for one person to take over. Now, there's never before been one central point where people can see all forms of natural healing. And that's what people want these days. They want to get away from Western medication and back to natural healing. Now, it's taken us 2 years to put this together. We have 200 categories for practitioners and therapists. We've had 430,000 visitors just setting it up. We've had 14,000 Facebook followers to date. But most of all, we've got an A to Z of around 700 natural healing remedies, grandma's old remedies, and they really work. So let me show you around. It's probably the easiest way. And this is the main website, Natural Healing Research. And you can see down here is an A to Z. We simply click on A and there's all your different illnesses beginning with A. Let's try aching joints. And you got all the remedies for aching joints. Pretty straightforward. If you want to get in touch with a practitioner, let's go to a directory. And on the left, we've got the A to Z of practitioners. Now, this is what we're setting up. This is now ready to go. So if you clicked on one of these, you'd see the practitioners. Click on one of those and you get to their website or their Facebook page or whatever they prefer. Okay, we'll get back to that one. Now we've got an index of herbs. This is not a huge website. And again, it's on the A to Z basis. We've got an A to Z of all the different herbs. And also what each one can do for illnesses, etc. How they help. Now that alone took a huge amount of time to put together. Now we've got an online store. This is one just belongs to a friend of mine. He's got over 3,000 items on there at the moment, but you'd have to do your own eventually. On the right-hand side, there's a lot of space. And let's just get back to the home page here. There. And space down here for advertising, recent listings. You get the idea. Right, back to where we were. So that's the website. It's ready to go. What we've got to do is start advertising. But the minute you start advertising, you've got to follow through. You get inundated. We placed an ad for Grandma's Remedies, and we were just inundated with remedies coming from grandmas and also from practitioners. So the idea here is we'll be getting, somebody will come up with a new illness, let's just say it's asthma, and then each of the practitioners, if they've got a cure for asthma or remedy, they'll send it through and we add it onto the list. There's over 200 different categories or modalities. There's 206 here. And that's an awful lot of practitioners. Now, each will get their own home page, and with all the photographs, bells, whistles, etc., or their Facebook pages, whichever they prefer. We're adding content. We've got a lot of that. We've got testimonials, how all the different modalities work. And to get this going, what you need is social media. That's the way to go. We've already pre-designed adverts to get practitioners, ads to get virtual practitioners, which is a trend at the moment, and ads for the ordinary public to get them along. Now, we also have ads for the different illnesses we've been working with. So these are all different natural remedies. And what happens is the practitioners put them on their social media and they get shared all over the country. Now, you can imagine all these practitioners, thousands of them, all sharing the same website. Brilliant. Now, we're ready to go. So let's look at the revenue streams. And there's a lot of these. Let's take virtual practitioners to start with. They're the easiest one to sell because the first one to join will get all the inquiries from the whole country because it's virtual. Now, as far as costing goes, directories in the past have been notoriously low priced. And the reason for that is people try to open a directory, but there's nobody in the directory, so nobody wants to be first. So they bring the price right down. And very few people have got anything that go with the directory. Now we've done it the other way around. We've created all these remedies, and what we need is a directory. So we can charge from the lowest price out there in the marketplace. I think is about 100 Rand, and I think this is worth 295, which would be the highest price. So let's just work on 100 Rand because the figures are huge. Now you just take the virtual practitioner. It says over 100 categories of virtuals. If we just have one virtual per region, there's 9 regions, at just 100 Rand, that's 90,000 a month. That's a very good start. But then you've got another 100 categories of the other practitioners has another 90,000. But one per region, one Reiki, one iridologist, one homeopath. Let's be a bit more reasonable, say there's 5 per region. Now you're looking at close to 1 million a month. Now you see how big this can be. This is why it's too much for me at the moment. I've done this sort of thing for 40 odd years. Time for me to retire. Now we can add on targeted marketing. There's 200 different categories, and what we will look for is a sponsor for each category. So let's take the category yoga. Who would want to advertise next to every yoga advert? And obviously a yoga supplier. Somebody who supplies yoga equipment or yoga products. Because the yoga studios these are the advertisers, that's their target market. So there can only be one. $9.50 a month is nothing. But we've got 200 of those. There's another 190,000 a month. Then there's an online shop for products. You can add an online shop on later. All your practitioners, or a lot of them, have products they want to sell. Put them in the shop free of charge and just take half the profits. They'll be very happy with that. Then you've got links to suppliers. So Wellness Warehouse is an example, Nature's Garden. They would love to get some action from this website. So they can put links on, get a commission. There's newsletters, blogs, all sorts of things you can do. And if you want to do it the lazy way, what you do is these 200 categories, you sell them off to category managers. So these are the guys that will do all the hard work. So let's just say somebody buys the rights. Let's say I buy the rights to be a category manager for yoga, and I'll pay you 1,000 Rand. I'll do all the sales. I'll contact all the yoga studios and sell them advertising. And we share the revenue on a 50-50 basis. Very simple. So your potential is now only 500,000 instead of 1 million, but they do all the work for you. What I would do is what we call a build slowly system. What you want now, your directory's got nothing in it. It's got a handful of people. And before people start to list on the directory, they want to see some action, some traffic. So it's a bit of a chicken and egg situation. So what you do is you can either get your category managers to do this, or you can do it yourself. You start phoning all the practitioners and say, look, this is our new website. This is a directory we're adding on. If you want to be involved, it's 295 Rand for free advertising right up until next year. So pay 295 today, nothing else to pay until January next year. And they'll probably take that because it's a damn good deal. If they don't take it, just say, look, I'll put you in free of charge until then, just so you can see how effective it is. Now, what happens there is all you're doing is you're building a directory. So you can build a few hundred a month. Each person can put in a couple of hundred a month. So get yourself 2 or 3 girls to do it. By Christmas, you've got a huge directory. And then they don't mind paying 100 Rand a month or 295 a month or whatever. Now, this has cost me an arm and a leg to put together. But I'll never get that money back. It's overcapitalized. Outright sell, 350,000. I'm quite happy with that. But what I prefer, I still want to get involved because this is sort of the most exciting thing I've done for a long time. It's going to be the one of the biggest anyway. 100,000 Rand and a 5% royalty, that's all. That'll give me a little retirement income. I'll help you get it going. And between us, we'll have some fun and hopefully make a lot of money. So talk to me. Here's my number, or send me an email, and let's see where we go from there.